Hey guys, welcome back to On the Same Page with me, Paige Natalie. Today's topic is, when should a female pay for a date? I know this is going to cause some controversy. So I'm going to start off by saying I don't believe a female should pay for the first 3 dates. I know, wowza, breathtaking. What? She said what? I know, yes, I said it. Let me go through the step-by-steps first of all. So I'm going to start with date number 1. And I'm going to explain my reasons why I feel this way. Bearing in mind, everyone's different. This is just my opinion. But the first date is an absolute hell to the no should any man make a female pay for the very first date. Firstly, you should feel embarrassed if you do ask her to pay. Whether you like her, don't like her. Like, I understand, like, guys have been on dates with girls before. It's gone terribly wrong. The girl's not their type, So you're feeling, why should I pay for this girl's meal if I don't like her? But this is why you should communicate, pick up the phone and talk to people for a good 2 weeks or so before you start taking them out on dates. Those people that are too fast, that want to be dating people after like 1-2 times speaking to them, or 1-2 back and forth text, that's your business. You're wasting your money. And yes, also, let me throw it out there, after 2 weeks of speaking to someone, can something go downhill? Of course, but it shouldn't go downhill on the first date. If the girl's disrespectful and rude on that day, which also I've been asked that question before, I've had this discussion a few times. So I've known a guy that's taken a girl out on a date, she's been really rude, ordered above and beyond, So just through principle, he was like, well, you're going to pay half, because she was happy to order a bottle or steak, So there's different circumstances, but let's rewind a little bit. So I don't believe a female should pay for the first date, and this is why. I'm very old-fashioned. Oh, look at me pulling open my top. Hey, I need to put the girls away. I'm very old-fashioned, and I do believe a guy should court you and chase you. So in the sense of that initial attraction. So let's get it right. 98% of the time, some boys might argue 90%, even 80%, but it's false. 98% of the time, a guy will approach the girl. So you've approached me, you've asked for my number, we've exchanged contact details, we've started talking. So you've approached me, you're finding interest in me. Yes, I've reciprocated that by giving you my number, so I'm clearly interested in you, but you want to get to know me. We're talking. Now, 9 times out of 10, you're going to ask me when we can meet, and you're going to say the words, can I take you out? It's not going to be me texting you saying, oh, when can I take you out? So you've said those words. Let's just make it clear. When can I take you out? So if you're asking to take me out, clearly I'm thinking you're going to treat me, no? So you're paying for the first date. And let me just put it out there. Why am I going to go out to date someone? Yes, I'm interested in you. Go out and date someone or go to a restaurant with someone when I've got food at home in my fridge. And I've got friends to entertain me. So I don't need to be out on that date with you. And you don't know my financial situation. So the fact that you'd even ask me out on a date and expect me to pay, or even pay halves, I'd be a bit like, is he for sure? Didn't he ask me out? So that's where the first date thing comes from. It's like, you're courting me. You want to get to know me. You've asked me out. Now, I'm not saying this first date needs to be a £200 meal. I've done bowling before where you've been talking, and they're like, oh, should we just meet? We'll go bowling. We'll do an activity. I can be an activity girl too. So it does. I'm not saying it matters what the date is. Well, sometimes it does, but it has to be an extravagant date. Full stop. The female should not pay for that first date. You are on that first date proposing. You are promoting yourself. You're sending across your proposal of, this is who I am. Those first interactions are the most important. That determines whether you get a second date or not. So can you imagine going on a first date? You're funny, you click, you get along, all those boxes, tick, 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 tick. You get to the end of the date and he's like, so you're going to pay halves? I'm sorry, excuse me? That right there, see all those 10 ticks? That one X eliminates all those 10. No, and I just think a guy should actually be embarrassed if he can't financially sustain a meal or a bowling or a go-karting, or don't ask a girl out if you can't afford it. And I know you guys are thinking, who said I can't afford it? I can, but it's principle. Like, I'm very old-fashioned. Like I've said, the guy is known to bring home the bacon. I know 50-50 rights, feminism, 2020, equal rights, blah, blah, blah. But you are courting me. Now let's get on to the second date. This is why I also don't believe that I should pay for the second date. The first one, we've spent some time together. I don't know much about you because you don't really get in depth on the first date. But I've enjoyed your company. I've accepted a second date. Now this is what I will do. And let me just put it out there. Would I offer to pay for a first date? Yes, I would. However, if you took my offer, there wouldn't be a second date. Like I said before, I got food at home. I can feed myself. I didn't need to be out that night. You wanted to get to know me. So we're on the second date now, but this is what I do. And I'll talk about in relationships that I bet you're already thinking, well, a man ain't going to pay your lifestyle the whole life. No, I do contribute. I pay my own way. I've got my own money. But this is about the first interactions. What as a man are you bringing to the table? So, second date now. I won't pay for the second date. Will I offer? Yes. Should you decline my offer? 100%. But what I will do, especially if it has been an expensive meal or an expensive excursion or whatever it is, I will always, after the date, if it's been a good date, you normally either go to the bar afterwards or you go to a bar and carry on the date and have 1-2 drinks afterwards. So that's when I will propose. I'll be like, look, thank you for the date the other day. Thank you for tonight. Let me get you a drink. And that is me just showing my appreciation, like saying thank you. Like, I'm not trying to mug you off. Like, I can understand how guys can get mugged off for a lot of freebies. I get that, but that's down to you and your judgment and the people you keep asking out on dates. Let me just put that out there. Don't blame us girls. So that's that. I'll always offer to buy a drink or something. Then the third date. Now, if you get to a third date with me, I'm sorry. Listen, you should feel proud of yourself, you know. Do you know how many people don't even get to a third date with me? And I'm not even blowing my own trumpet, like legit. Like I've said in previous videos, I can be a bit of a serial dater. I'm quite happy. As long as I can wear a dress and heels, I'm quite happy to go out. I'm happy to leave my house. So, but I'm a bit of a serial dater. But I must say, literally, the people that have got past like the third date have generally ended up like being with me. So, and that's not many people. I've not had that many boyfriends. So literally, people don't really get past the first date. If there's a second, I may give you a second, even just to give you another try, even if I'm not that interested. But it's very, very rare. Like, there's a 98% chance you will not get past the second date with me. I am picky. So yeah, listen, you'd think it's like applying to go to Oxford University to be my guy. I'm telling you. Like, I've let slip the last year or two trying to compromise, but yeah, no. So anyways, back to that. So third date. If I get to the third date with you, I'm generally really, really interested in you. Did I do the second date already? I can't remember. So second date, yeah, I'll offer to buy you a drink. Third date, if it's gone really, really well and you've done really expensive dates, I'll offer to, no, I take that back. Yeah, I would offer to pay, but I wouldn't pay. No, I take that back. I was just about to say I'd probably pay. No, I wouldn't. But on the fourth date now, this means we're seeing each other. Like, I'm invested in you now. Like, I generally want to get to know you. I'm taking it seriously. I'm not just like, he wants to get to know me, that's his business. Like, I'm now in the mindset of, I like this guy. We're speaking every day. We're texting. He's calling me in the evenings. Like, we've gone out at good 3 times. Like, he's planned it. So 9 times out of 10, I will then take you out. So that's when I'll be like, look, let's go to the cinema to watch this film, or let's go out to this restaurant that I told you about. I really want to take you to this restaurant. My treat, I'm going to take you there. So by the 4th day, I will pay for a meal. I'll plan something for the both of us. But what I will not do, because I find it so uncomfortable, and I just think as a man, you should actually find it embarrassing. I'm going to put that out there. I will not go halves. Either you're paying or I'm paying. It's someone's treat. But what I will not do is sit there, get a calculator out and divide between 2 people what that bill's coming to. So that waitress can stand there with her card machine and do 1 tap there and then 1 tap with you. That's embarrassing. As a man, have your shit together. Or as a woman, I'll be like, I'm confidently taking my man on this date. Boop! I'm paying for that bill. never ever will I go halves. It's either my treat or it's your treat. And now when I'm in a relationship, just to put it out there, because I know you're all thinking it, like, this girl's high maintenance, who she thinks she is, but I will always do my bit. Do I expect a man to pay for majority of things? 100%. And I'll put it out there why. Firstly, because I am very old-fashioned like that. I do believe a man should bring home the bacon. He should be financially stable. And it's just nice to feel secure with a man. And when I say secure, that's emotionally secure, that's mentally secure, that's financially secure, that's physically secure. Like, a man should be your security. I don't expect to go, even if it's Nando's, and my man not to be able to pick up that bill. Like, it's that man's man. Like, oh, babe, what do you want? I'm going to go up and order. Not all this, oh, yeah, you go up first and I'll wait and then I'll go up after you. What kind of partnership? Nah, either I've got you, boo, or you've got me, but we've got each other. All this, oh, you go first and then I'll keep. No, it's just what you want. Let's go get it. Done. Simple. Remember, the smoothness of a day says everything. And I think that should be in a relationship. Like, I've been in a relationship before. The guy was on a lot of more money than me. I just graduated university. It was long distance. He lived in Manchester. I lived in London. He'd pay for all my train tickets. He would pay for all of our food, the whole weekend of cinema, takeouts, going clubbing, everything, cocktails, drinks, cabs, the lot. And then I would do little things, like I might get us like a little lunch, or I'd like get us a Starbucks coffee when we was walking around town and stuff like that. But he paid for 90% of things. Now, in that scenario, I just graduated uni. I was on a graduate scheme. So I was on like 17,000 a year, and he was on like, back then, I think he was on like 60,000. So he was on a lot more than me. So he took over most of the bills of everything that we done. But just going back, like, yeah, I just believe a guy should be able to, hold on, 1 minute. I need to think about this. Sorry guys, I completely lost my train of thought. So yeah, he was on a lot more money than me. So he paid for a lot more because he was more financially stable. And a lot of the guys that I've dated normally are on more money than me, if I'm completely honest. I need to up my game because I need to be a CEO. Like, don't get me wrong, I want to earn dough. But it's like, I've dated like traders and things like that. So they're normally on, well, they are generally on a lot more money than me. So it's like, even when I was younger, the boy that I was dating, he earned a lot more money than me. He was buying and selling cars, So he was making a lot of money. And we was only in college then. But you know what guys are like? They're grafters. So anyways, cut a long story short, I couldn't pay for anything. He found it embarrassing if I even brought my card out. So I couldn't even, I'd go to the McDonald's drive-thru and order a cheeseburger, and he'd be like, you ain't paying for that. You're trying to mug me off. Like, but that was him. That was his way. But I do little things, like, just to show my appreciation. Like, I'm not here to be living off you. Like, I work too. Like, I'm all for independent women. Trust me. But so what I do is, when we go cinema and that, he always likes tango slushies. So we'd go into the cinema. I'd be like, no, I don't want no popcorn or nothing, because I'd know he wouldn't let me pay. And then I'd be like, oh, I'm just going to the toilet. Then I'd go back out. I'd get him his Tango Blast. I'd get popcorn and hot dogs and everything. Bring it in and be like, oh, there's your Tango Blast. And he also used to find that really sweet, but he would never like to stand next to me while I was paying. So anyways, but that's that. But yeah, I don't think a female should pay for the first date, second date, or third date. I think if a guy's taking her out, a guy should take you out. And I think you'll know if the girl's playing you or not by how much you communicate, you text, you're on the phone. Are you meeting up for little coffees and stuff in between? Because obviously if you're only seeing each other like once a week where you're going out on those actual dates, are you seeing each other in between? Like, you should be seeing each other a good like 3 times a week if you're progressing in that way. So those guys that are wasting money and taking these girls out and they don't really know them, that's your business, and that's why you get burned. But if you're taking it seriously, I do believe a guy should pay everything up to like the third date. Then after that, it's a 50-50 ship. Like, it's a 50-50 partnership. Like, men should, I think, cover majority of the costs. But women should definitely show their appreciation and do their bit. I will always offer 100%. I'll offer on the first date, second date, and third, but please do not accept. And then on the fourth and that's when I'll start doing things for you. And by then, you're then coming around my house, we're cooking, I'm buying the groceries, that's so American, the food shopping, and so forth. So guys and girls, because I know guys will have an opinion on this too. Even females will probably be like, no, I want to pay for myself, so no man can tell me I owe him anything. If a man ever says you owe me because I bought you 16 Nando's, he's a dickhead. And you say block, because no man should ever say to you anyways, you owe me because I bought you dinner, took you bowling and cinema. That's dead. I'm sorry, you're dating the wrong people. But that was my chit chat for when should a female pay for a date. She shouldn't pay for the date until after the third. If she does not even offer to pay for any date though, that is a sign that she's taking the piss. Because even girls like me that don't generally want to pay should always offer. It's just politeness at the end of the day. I'm not going to sit there all stush face like, I ain't paying. No, I'll always offer. I'm always going to be polite about it. I just don't expect to pay. Like, what are you bringing to the table? What are you bringing to me? Like, you're the man. What are you saying? So I hope you enjoyed it. My Instagram is below. So add me, DM me, comment below your views. Like it, dislike it. Let's debate. Like, I want to know your opinions. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you for watching. Mwah!